Video games are good for you. If you're an athlete, I highly recommend that you play video games if you have time. I mean, most athletes actually play some kind of games. Like, I mean, a lot of NBA players just play 2K or they play Madden. But I mean, really, what it lets you do is like when you're in a like recovery type phase where you don't need to do a workout, it stimulates your mind, and there's lots of parallels and strategy between various games. Me personally, not to say that I'm a pro athlete, but I am an athlete, and I feel that my job as Magic the Gathering blogger, streamer, it's an online card game if you don't know what that is, really helps my game. It really helps my game just because I get to see basketball as this complex 5-on-5 analytical strategy game, and it allows me to be a much better player as my ability to shoot and my ability to dribble and my athleticism start to matter less as I'm always in the right place, and I know how to communicate with my teammates and so forth. And I found this interesting. During the summer, I was streaming Magic the Gathering. If you don't know what streaming is, it's live streaming. You play and you have a chat room up and you talk to people or whatever. I'm playing and I have people in my chat and they say, "Yo, Gordon Hayward is streaming League of Legends." League of Legends is or maybe it was StarCraft. I don't remember. But he was streaming like a computer game, and he was running with some semi-pros and had a bunch of people watching. And Gordon Hayward, obviously, Jazz are tanking this year, but that's my way of saying. I mean, obviously, like these guys are. A lot of these guys are competitive gamers. You don't necessarily hear about it though, and I really think that the strategic elements help. Another game that I wanted to touch on is, and things that I learned from a lot, is the game Halo. Obviously, Halo is the first-person shooter, 4-on-4, 5-on-5 strategy game. Now, my buddy Victor is a big Halo player. You might have seen Victor in some of my videos. But Victor is like, he's been playing Halo for a decade, and he's still on Halo 3. There's a new version, but he runs with the best Halo 3 players there are. They all, Skype in or whatever, and all they do is they're yelling out locations. They're calling out their locations, location of enemies, and hit points of enemies and stuff like that. And I've been watching Vic do this for a long time, and I played the game a little bit myself, and that drastically improved my ability to play basketball as I started to call location all the time. Because like ideally we all have our head up all the time, but sometimes things come up and we need to check our feet, the opponent's feet, or the ball in our hand, and so forth. So calling out backdoor, calling out corner, calling out cutter, calling out whatever is super beneficial. And that's not that obvious because a lot of players who are very athletic and good shooters will say nothing, or they'll whistle for the ball, or they'll go woo woo, or they'll yell when you need to call out location, give an order, say I'm going throw it along or whatever. So that's another way. So in general, like if you have time to play video games, you shouldn't feel like you're wasting your time, and that it's gonna make you into a worse athlete. On the contrary, I think that it can potentially help you. If you don't play video games, honestly, I think you should. You should have some kind of mental stimulation, some kind of purely mental game, and I think it'll really improve your basketball decision making. And that's what it's all about. Like, there's so many players in the world that are super bouncy, super wet, super handles, but if they have poor decision making, they're not going to make it, and even if they make it, they're going to be trash. They're going to be a low efficiency player, and you're like, they have so much talent, why does this player always lose? See what I'm saying? So that's my tip to you. I don't know, I've never heard anyone say it to me, but I'm sharing it, and I hope that helps. I really hope that helps. And if you have thoughts, you agree, disagree, hit me below. I'll try to get back to you. So peace out, energy efficient basketball peeps.